Peace. It's your boy One Day, the rugged individualist, and I'm back. I'm back like a flash, man. So, you want respect, right? Everybody wants to be respected. Just like everybody wants $1,000,000 fucking. Wouldn't that be nice? But, just like the $1,000,000, you gotta earn that shit. Unless you plan on playing the lottery and just by chance hitting it rich and then fucking being even in more debt 5 years later. But I digress. You want respect. You want me to respect you. Do you respect you? Do you do anything that's respectable? I know it seems pretty fucking basic, but a lot of times people want a free handout. They want welfare respect. Like, if you're a bum ass motherfucker, if you are a disingenuous person, if you're not immaculate with your word, you lie, you cheat, you steal, you front, you fake, you fraudulate, you don't have a spine, nobody's gonna respect you, man. And respect is as easy as making those choices to not be a piece of shit. Were you that type of person in high school that, like, when you knew somebody, but maybe you didn't, they weren't as cool as you, or, they weren't in your social circle, they might be your next door neighbor, and you walk by them and you pretend like you didn't even fucking see them? Are you that type of little fucking douche? Nobody's gonna respect you, especially not as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you that type of person that if you fucking, back into someone's car and you fuck up their shit, you just, look around to see if anyone's watching and then you drive away? You think people respect that? You think anyone's gonna like that shit? Listen, man, like, in order to get respect, you have to give respect. Just like in order to get love, you have to give love. So, let me give you a few tips on how to be respectable. For one, respect yourself. Wash your ass. Like my man Sean P says, your feet dirty, your ass dirty. Do you take care of your shit? You don't have to be like someone like me who's into, like, clothes and luxury cars and shit like that. But is your car dirty? Like Prodigy said, R.I.P. to the great. Is your car dirty? That's nasty. You know what I mean? Clean them cups out your fucking car. I mean, listen, this is basic ass shit. That's part of the problem. That's why we're in this extinction agenda right now and we're all fucked up. Because a lot of you grown ass people are you're grown up little kids. You never learn how to clean your fucking room, never learn how to take a proper shower. I mean, real talk. Like, you never learn how to iron your clothes, take care of your shit. So since you can't take care of yourself, you don't respect yourself, and you keep getting shitted on. People keep playing you for the unrespectable person that you are. Sorry, I just had a little pause in the thought stream for a second. I saw something out in nature. But the bottom line is if you haven't learned to respect yourself, you're not going to radiate that, and you're not going to get it back. And so, if you want to start gaining that respect, and if you want to start building your self-confidence, you have to do things that you yourself respect. And you have to become confident in yourself. That's why they call it self-confidence, and that's why they call it self-esteem. You have to do things that you esteem. You have to do things that you admire. See, for myself, like, there was, I started off, like, I've always been like a pretty headstrong person and individual. I didn't follow the pack. But, at certain times that society will, make you question yourself, and it'll make you, doubt yourself. And so I've had my own doubts. I've had my own I guess, bouts with doubt, if you want to call it that. But at the end of the day, I had to battle that demon. I had to challenge myself. I had to push myself to the limits and do things, get out of my comfort zone, do things that I was like, damn, I respect that. That was not, easy to do. When I was, starting my whole music career, I'm living in Massachusetts at the time, going to school in suburban Massachusetts, right? And, I'm pretty nice for that arena. I mean, I'm the nicest motherfucker out that spot, more or less, but I'm like, okay, I want some real competition. You know, where could I go that would push me to the limit, take me out of my comfort zone, and force me to be the best? Brooklyn, New York. That's where all my favorite rappers were from. Big Daddy Kane, you know. Who else was I listening to at the time out of Brooklyn? Boot Camp Click, you know. Sean Price, Helter Skelter. You know, there was a lot of people coming out of that area. You know, Guru, who himself moved from Boston to Brooklyn. You know, I'm like, man, if I can make it there, then, you know, I will be proving myself. And so I threw myself into the lion's den, you know, and sometimes got booed off stage. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, lost a lot of battles, won a lot of battles, but I built up my name, and I did something that I myself had to respect. And I was like, damn, kid, you moved to Brooklyn, you didn't know nobody. You know, you started going to those shows dolo. You know, you started going to those shows all alone. You know, nobody was helping you do this. You found producers, you know what I mean? You just stuck your nose out there, man, and you started sniffing around, and you found your path. And maybe, you know, at a certain point I lost some of my mojo, and maybe I didn't go all the way, but, you know, I dove in, man. I dove into that pool, you know. My father was like a, you know, ex, you know, professional boxer, semi-pro, not like anything big, but did club fights and stuff like that. Was a, you know, all around kind of street fighter, rough dude. And I wasn't really like that. I mean, I got into some fights when I was a kid, but I was more kind of, I tried to use my brain. I was intimidating, you know. I made you not want to fight me. You know what I'm saying? I made myself not appear as the victim. And, you know, the times that I did fight, I wilded the fuck out, and I, you know, tried to make it a lesson to be learned that, hey, don't mess with me. I don't want to be messed with. But, you know, still in the back of my head, I was like, I was afraid of fighting. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, I got to battle this fear. And so I was like, let me do like what my pops did. Let me get up in the gym. Let me box. Let me test my skill against people who are doing the same thing every day. You know, not a street fight where you could be fighting just, you know, some dude who has no skill and whatever. I want to fight the best. And so, again, in Brooklyn, I went to Gleason's gym, world renowned, world famous, maybe the most famous boxing gym in the world. And I did my thing. Ask about me, man. I threw them gloves on for 2 or 3 years, man. I was up in there every day, throwing blows, man, catching black eyes, you know. Getting fucking zoinked, man, getting my head spinning like a fucking cartoon, like, you know, Tom and Jerry and shit, when you see the fucking stars. That shit really happens, by the way, when you get clocked. Never got knocked out, though. But I've been out on my feet a couple times. But, you know, I tested myself, man. And if you want to be respected, like, you know, everyone has their own journey, whatever that is, whether it's, you know, moving to a new place, whether it's trying a new endeavor, and just really going all in and you know, doing things that, you know, you might not have expected yourself to do. Maybe you're a really shy, timid person who has like a narcissist parent, and you never stood up to them. Well, you know, you got to do that, or you're not going to respect yourself. You're not going to love yourself. And so these things are vital, man. You really have to become the person that you admire, you know, and that's going to build respect, and then you're going to radiate respect, and your standards will be up. And, you know, these are the things necessary to start building that one by one. But, you know, you need to get your life in order. You need to organize yourself. And if you ever want to be respected, like, these are the things you have to do. No one's just going to give you respect. Like, you know, everyone has a basic, you know, respect for just being another human being. But, you know, we all put in different amounts of work on ourselves. And so just like somebody who has some dilapidated house, you know, versus someone who has a beautiful house that's been remodeled and, you know, landscaped, you know, that's a more respectable representation of a house. You know, when they drive by your house, if your house is all broken down, people are gonna be like, damn, that house is fucked up. The house is not gonna get no respect, and you're not gonna get any respect for being the one that's maintaining it. So same goes for your physical body. You know, same goes for your business. You know, whatever that's, you know, that thing that's attributed to you, like, you know, you have to make it respectable. You have to put effort in, you have to put love, you have to put dedication, and that's how you start to build respect. But nobody's gonna give you that shit, man. That shit ain't free. Just like no one's giving you a briefcase of money. So, you know, you asking for respect, do you deserve it? You know, do you deserve it? You probably don't, man. So start doing things that people can be like, hey, I respect that guy. You know, people don't always have to agree with you, but if you're your greatest version and you start doing things that are undoubtedly respectable, people have no choice. You force them to respect you. Trust me, it works. I know a lot of people that probably don't want to respect me. They got no choice, man. But start loving yourself, start doing respectable things, and you'll get that respect. That's about all the time I got for today. If you like these messages, if you want to hear more, leave a comment, smash that like, as they say, share this with a friend, subscribe, and stay tuned. It's your boy Undia. I'm out. One.